All right. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is that you are tuning in here to the SOAR Dugout. Welcome. I am Mr. Shankle. I am the CEO and founder of SOAR Incorporated. Well, first, I want to welcome you guys to our first episode, December the 4th, 2022. This is going to be our first empowerment video for the young men, and so I'm so excited for this opportunity. I want to apologize in advance. I'm not feeling 100% today. But I set this goal for myself to launch this empowerment group today. And so today we're going to do this. So if I stumble upon my words a little more than I normally do, just please forgive me. Before I get started, I want to definitely recognize my brotherhood, my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Today we celebrate Founders Day, 116 years of brotherhood. So if I have any alphas on there, A Phi, and happy Founders Day. All right, young man, jumping right in. I wanted to create an empowerment video each week to empower you, young men, to get started on your week. I know that you guys live in a time where things aren't easy for you. And a lot of times there are a lot of adults sometimes who don't recognize that your life is a lot more difficult than it was for us when we were kids, and I can acknowledge that. No, you may not work. Maybe you don't have bills and responsibilities, but you do have a lot of pressure on you. And I want to give you the tools and steps to help shape your life, to help you become the great young men that you've been destined to be. So let's jump right in. Today's topic, our first topic, is going to be called the U-turn. So if you've ever been in my class, you know I like to talk, give story time. And so today I'm going to give you the story of how I came up with this U-turn approach. I was moving to Denver, Colorado several years ago, and I was excited to embark upon a new journey. I was moving out of state. I was moving to start a new life for myself. I was going to attend graduate school. So I packed up a U-Haul. I hooked the trailer to it and put my car on that trailer, and I set off on an 18-hour drive. That was the furthest I'd ever drove. I'd never drove a vehicle as big as a U-Haul, and I definitely never pulled my car on a trailer. And so all of these were new things, right? Headed to a new location, getting ready to start a new job, a new career, new schooling, driving something I've never drove, just a whole new journey for me. And so after setting off on this journey, the first thing I'll tell you is it was supposed to take 18 hours and it took me 3 days. And it's because we kept stopping. When I say we, it was my girlfriend at the time and myself. We kept stopping, right? Because we kept getting lost. And so we took several U-turns on that trip to get back on the right path because we were, as I said, we got lost several times. And I'll say I got lost because I was the one driving. But we finally made it to the city of Denver, Colorado. It was beautiful. I was looking at the mountains. And so I got so excited looking at the mountains that I passed my exit. And so that means I had to go down further. And there wasn't another exit coming up for quite a while. So that had me frustrated. But I kept going. I finally exit and I made a U-turn, which gets me to our point of the U-turn approach. I made the U-turn, got back down, got on the freeway, and I started back off. Well, as I was going again, somehow I missed my exit a second time. So by now, my girlfriend's looking at me crazy. I'm frustrated with myself, and we have to take this exit again and make another U-turn. But that's okay, because guess what? I eventually made it to my destination. Did it take me a lot longer than I thought it would? Absolutely. But I made it, and I made it safely, and that's all that was important. So when I think about the U-turn, I think about you. You, think about the word U-turn. You have the ability to turn your life around at any time. And I know that there are things that go on in life, and sometimes we have created an image for ourselves or the way people see us, and maybe that's not who we really are. Maybe your parents or your teachers see you as someone who gets angry right away, or someone who doesn't try, when in fact that's not who you are. You do try. And you don't get angry all the time, but there are times that maybe you're easily frustrated, and that shows in your actions. Maybe you've walked out of class. Maybe you've slammed your door. Maybe you've used profanity and cuss when you know that you shouldn't have. Well, it's okay because now you have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to do a U-turn. A U-turn means that you get to turn your life around at any point that you don't like the direction in which it's going. So what do I mean by that? Well, the great thing about a U-turn is you don't have to explain that you're taking this U-turn to anyone. You see, there were a lot of other cars on the freeway with me that day as I was getting ready to take my exit. But I didn't have to explain to them why I was exiting and making a U-turn. Many of them didn't even realize I was making a U-turn. They probably thought I was getting off on the correct exit. And so what am I telling you? Well, you have the opportunity to change your direction. Maybe you've made some bad, or I won't say bad, some poor choices in life and some things that you're not very proud of. Well, the great thing about this week is we are putting into effect the U-turn. One thing I'll tell you about my videos is each week, as I empower you through videos, I'm empowering myself. I too will be challenged with doing the same task you have. This week is the turnaround. Well, guess what? I'm going to be doing the U-turn in my life. There are some things that I may be doing that I don't like. Maybe I'm yelled at some students for skipping in the hallway or taking their time getting to class. Maybe I yelled at my son because he didn't clean his room. And it's okay that I had to correct the students or correct my son, but maybe I didn't do it in a way that I know I should have. So I have the opportunity to turn it around. Maybe you've been having failing grades for many years now. Maybe it's just been for this year. You have the opportunity to now stop, talk to your teachers about how can I get in tutoring? What can I do to make it better? Maybe people aren't going to believe that this kid is turning it around. That's okay. You don't have to prove to anybody but yourself. And you don't have to tell them you're turning it around. You show people through your actions. So this week, I want you each day to wake up with a new mindset. I want you to look in the mirror and say that I am capable of making a U-turn in my life. And I own the power of making my life the best that it can be. And so I want you to reach out to me if you need anything, if you need advice on anything. No, I'm not a counselor, but I am an educator. I'm a father. And most importantly, I am a male, I'm a man, and I'm willing to help you through it. My email will be below. It is soar, SOARINC 22@gmail.com. Feel free to email me. Feel free to reach out to me on the YouTube channel. But most importantly, I want you to feel free to take control of your life and make a U-turn this week. Don't wait till the next day. A lot of times we start off on a new journey and we say, you know what, I'm going to try something new today. And when we mess up, we decide, all right, I've already messed up for today, so I'll have to fix it tomorrow. But you don't have to wait until tomorrow. I don't care if you have to take 3, 4 U-turns in a day. It's okay. Turn that behavior around. Turn that attitude around. Turn whatever it is you want around, and remember to never give up. Maybe you've applied to college. Maybe you've applied to go to a particular high school, or you're auditioning for a part or trying out for a team. Even if you don't get it, you turn that around. You don't allow that to take your energy down and allow you to be in a bad space or make some negative choices. I want you to think about what Mr. Shankle has told you. I have the power to make a U-turn at any point in my life, and I don't have to explain that to anyone. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Feel free to reach out to me if you need me. And remember, I too will be taking a U-turn this week.